AfterBuzzers, and welcome to AfterBuzz Anime Reviews. We're talking Soul Eater, the final episodes of the first season. We have multiple kind of swords. Some of them are disappointing, some of them are pretty cool, and we get flowers, so much more. We also have another unboxing. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Let's now begin. Here we go.
Excalibur. I should have watched this in English too, because I don't think I thought it was as funny in Japanese.
Well, you watched it in English?
No, I said I probably should have. The way you're all laughing at it, I go, it was
I like
weird.
his voice on Excalibur's character.
Okay.
It's
That
Troy
baritone.
Baker, like legendary Troy Baker.
Troy Baker, what else does he
Nice.
do?
Well, welcome to AfterBuzz Anime Reviews. I was all, we gotta talk about the show. We're talking Soul Eater episodes 9 through 13, so that means we are wrapping up the first season. What did we think of? Well, actually, wait. I'm like, well, who are we first? I guess, and then we'll say what we thought about it. We're just not excited to talk about it. My name is Carrie Lane, and my amazing panel.
I'm Excalibur. No, I'm Veronica Valencia, guys.
What's up, guys? Jamie Gray.
Hey guys, I'm Ollie Jenin.
All right, what did we think of the final episodes of the season?
I felt. Just sorry.
I
I was speechless for a second. I felt like it was a good couple of episodes. I like that we learned a little bit more about Tsubaki and all these different swords and new characters. At first, I felt like it was a little bit lukewarm, just a little bit, because I'm really wanting just a little bit more. What that more is, I don't know. I just need like a little bit more oomph, and then maybe like we'll hit that sweet spot. But so far, so good. But yeah.
So far, I'm liking that we're kind of beginning to establish a really good antagonist. I feel like the first couple episodes, they've just been going off on these one-off missions, and you've been seeing these characters that they've been defeating, but I like that we are really starting to establish Medusa as the antagonist. And I'm digging it.
Ollie, rewatching.
I think I've definitely kind of come to discover like newfound respect for a lot of characters, especially characters that I didn't necessarily like, such as Black Star. We see like him being multi-dimensional for sure in these episodes,
Finally.
which we'll talk about, and we see more of Tsubaki, who's a character you didn't really grasp her, and I think you have a better understanding. So I'm loving seeing the backstories. You don't get it's not like a whole origin, but it's enough to understand these characters. And we're seeing more witches, which it's gonna get good. So Jamie, it's gonna get good.
I have hope.
I'm getting on that bandwagon. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right. The couple episodes were but then there were a couple that's like, backstory and feelings, and I am there, and we'll get to those moments. I also, our other member who's not in here, but he's here.
Excalibur. You fools. Hello. Hello, everybody. My name is Anthony Becerra. Welcome to the show. And yeah, good batch of episodes. I didn't see like the last two.
It's okay.
But yeah, I'll be with you on the next one. I swear.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you got a little bit of time for the holidays.
Ayo.
Which also, by the way, follow us on ABTV Anime, because that's where we will be for our holiday break. Also on Instagram, we just do the hashtag ABTV Anime. All right, episode 9, Legend of the Holy Sword, Kid and Black Star's Great Adventure. Dude, Soul's creepy. Dream, WTF, the crawling through and out of Maka.
Yeah, and hey, he's
so
naked
weird.
now. You guys
Finally shirtless. No, but not in the form.
Still
not
in what?
Not
in the
the
opening, he was naked in his like. You just got to look at the opening. Okay.
It does nothing for me. It's like a bird chest. I'm like, okay.
Well, we also see him shirtless later at the infirmary too. But but yes, that dream is really creepy. And Medusa, he'll be one of my research subjects. No. So Black Star's punishment of organizing the library. Yeah, that didn't last long.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Dewey Decimal System.
Yeah. But comic books. Yes, I'll be here forever. And then, like, your favorite, the kid shows up and, I came here for a book. Like, what you come to a library for.
Right.
He's awesome, guys.
And then we get Dr. Stein and the kid talking about Excalibur. And I love Black Star trying to read it. Excalibur.
Sad.
Yes. But, going from Japanese language to that, it would look like weird letters of, How do I?
Yeah.
Yes. So, actually, another moment of characters getting deeper, and then it went comedic, so, was Maka and her dad. They had that moment alone, and it's, yay, development! And then he had to make it silly.
I still always appreciate that he is genuinely trying to connect with his daughter.
Yeah.
I guess it's like I see where he's coming from, but I also see where Maka's coming from. She's just still really, I guess I don't want to say bitter because it's not like it happened to her. It happened to her mother, but it's just like, all right, there's got to be some sort of resolve. So I guess it's still fresh for her. But if it happened for years, like I think that's also one of the things where I need a little bit more on, because for me it's just not good enough reason. Like their whole little storyline. Yeah, I need more from that.
Sure.
Yeah.
I also think she does a good job of, bringing up the point of, so why are you messing around on Mom? Right to the point. She's not a stupid child. She knows what's going on and won't give me an answer. And he does not have one. So then it goes comedic. So we get Black Star and the kid doing their waterfalls and not wanting to walk in water. I appreciate that. That was funny at least. But he's like, no, I can't get wet. I guess that would ruin his symmetry of how
I was thinking that too. Would it be like, okay, so would his pants feel uneven, unsymmetrical with the weight of the water?
The water wouldn't fall on him symmetrically.
I thought too much about that. I was like, I shouldn't.
I love that we got this little fairy, but we find out later that face she makes. I'm looking for Excalibur.
Yeah. I was so confused about that at first. I was like, maybe because the way her face looked, it was like she smelled something horrible. Yeah. But now we get
appropriate.
Why. Yeah.
Yes. They find it and they grab it, but it's just a really weird form and it's a weird guy.
Yeah.
But look at his cute little feet.
Yeah. He's just short, tiny, and his voice is like deep and baritone. It's cute.
He was interesting. But I love that he's just as annoying as Black Star, and even Black Star recognizes this guy's annoying. And you're sitting there going, this is what you are to like everybody else, buddy. And then, when they get the delivery of the flowers, that was funny.
He wants, it's like you kind of want, because he's a weapon, obviously, and he wants a meister, but no one can like handle him. Literally, no one can handle him because he's so annoying. So he's like this legendary holy sword.
And then Soul's okay. He comes back to school. That's on episode 9. So that one felt kind of like a filler episode.
A little bit.
That's not the last time you'll see Excalibur, though.
Okay.
I feel he won't, because I think he's also in the theme song. Or he's in the he's in one of them.
Well, and it also leads to the other kind of sword we meet later, but it's still like the overall episode didn't. Yeah, it
was
more
weird
lacking.
placed. Weirdly placed.
There we go. Tone was odd.
It felt like a filler, but I didn't mind it. In some of these longer shonen type animes, I don't mind the fillers because it's sometimes a very nice comical break, and especially in a show like this, I love the wackiness. So the more wackiness I get, the happier I am. So.
Episode 10 is not as much. The enchanted sword, Masamune break the soul possession, a heart sings in the rain, ? So we learn about the Camellia. How did they say it in English?
Camellia or something.
Camellia?
Yeah.
All right. Camellia Blossom, which is Tsubaki. And so that's her namesake, and it has no fragrance. So apparently all it does is blossom. That's still pretty and contributes.
It sounded so sad, though, when they say it. Like, the quiet flower with no fragrance. It's like, that sounds like a really sad.
And the petals fall.
It kind of makes it seem like that's what Tsubaki does. She's quiet, and she doesn't stand up for herself. She's just there, and she falls silently. But that is not the case. And I'm sorry, y'all. These 2 episodes is why I love this, or is it an example of why I love this anime so much?
Excalibur episode?
10 and 11.
Yeah.
Masamune
the complete arc, because they're just so they're a nice break from all the kookiness. There's still some kookiness, comic relief, but also that's where you see the dimensions in these characters. And I got really emotional again after seeing this like 10 years ago. I got emotional then, and I get emotional now just because it was so beautiful, the music and just like the family aspects, but we'll get there.
Episode 10. Episode 11. That's the one I'm like.
And I will say this because I love these 2 episodes. I watched them in Japanese, and it was nice. The voice acting is really good. So I'm glad you got to watch it in Japanese. Better than English.
Oh,
I thought about it, then I was like.
We get Tsubaki's flashback of her as a little kid, but we don't really get a whole lot of details yet. And then she goes to talk to Lord Death and learn about the enchanted sword, Masamune, and she has a plan that she didn't tell Black Star about. I was kind of wondering, like, what have you not told him? And Needle Village, that was unique. I don't know how that really protects them. They tried.
I mean, maybe birds won't come around.
Well, they said like ninjas or something like that, jumping from rooftops. But those things are kind of big and are only in one spot. We need a bunch of them all over the place, like the bird things where it's needles all over. But we learn the Star Clan was an assassination clan, and Black Star is the lone only survivor. That's it.
Sounds familiar.
But do we think he wants to get his own fame to separate himself from that too?
Oh yeah,
I think that definitely, especially since the White Star Clan, they're known for being so evil, and especially that Black Star doesn't want to be evil, and he's raised up to think like obviously we're seeing the discrimination against him in these 2 episodes, and I definitely think also the family aspect of that was his family, you know, but and he's just getting negative attention from everyone, and he kind of wants to have the positivity despite the the criticism of his family and them being murderers and basically being on the road of Kishin. So I definitely say yes to that question.
Yeah, maybe that's go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's kind of sad because it's a life he never knew, because it all they all died. He said that they all died when he was a baby, so he grew up kind of on his own and living this new life of wanting to be this great meister. So he doesn't know any of his family really. It's a life he doesn't know. So it's like it's very sad that he's being discriminated against for something that he at no point in his life was ever a part of.
Yeah.
And not even having a family. He didn't really have a family at all. So that also explains why he wants attention from everyone.
Yes. Well, DWMA is kind of his family, and took him in, and they took the souls of his family, which is a nice, polite way to be like, they killed them, quote unquote. So he's been taken in since baby. There we go. We meet the Ryoku, and when the sword comes and talks to him, Masamune, how he approaches was so creepy. That kind of jump cut of, I'm here, and then I'm here. And then I'm right in front of your face, very Weeping Angels, like, don't blink because they're going to get that close to you. Did anybody else get creeped out by that if he's suddenly, 5 feet closer, and then in his face? It's like, ah! By the way, I just realized, because I would have asked you. So this is not, we're taping it live, but it's not airing live. So please leave comments. And thank you, everybody who did tune in and tried to join the chat. And we really appreciate you being there. What are some of the names that were saying hello?
Let's see.
And trying to be live with us.
I know, we appreciate it, guys. So Black Rock Wednesday says hello. Started rewatching so I could keep up. And of course, Early Crew. So we love when you guys are always ready. You guys ready to always be there. Step V, shout out to you, saying that you were reading the manga the other day.
Nice.
And they also said that if you like the show, that you will love the manga. So of course,
I am curious.
And that's it so far. And Natalie Beltran, hey girl.
Thank you. So thanks for trying to watch live with technology and all that. But if you're watching this later, which you will be, please comment down below your thoughts on everything we talked about. If you're watching on iTunes, listening on iTunes, make sure to give us those 5 stars, and also YouTube, that thumbs up. So did you think that was creepy? I thought that was really nice little approach with him. And isn't it almost ironic? They're trying to get rid of Black Star, and lo and behold, he comes back and he's the one to the rescue for poor Ryoku. And oh my goodness, so that fight is going. But what did we think of the puppet shadow? What?
It's crazy.
I thought that was really cool. That's it.
That's crazy.
I just wanted to throw in that I really loved Black Star's spirit in these 2 episodes. Just the fact of, these villagers are discriminating against him because of where his family comes from, or like where his origins stem from, but he still comes back to save the kid. He will not leave Tsubaki when she's doing her thing, so he takes the beating, the constant beating. He has so much trust in his partner that he doesn't need to know all of the details, and he has such a good spirit that despite everything, he has no resentment towards anybody for what they do to him.
Maybe he's so used to it, but also part of me was kind of irritated with that, because I'm like, I'm love like the fact that he's still there for Tsubaki, but move her, like do something, like you don't need to keep taking this beating, and like seeing the blood, it was kind of like excruciating to look at. Sure. So I get what you're saying too. It's like it's honorable, but move, do something.
Yeah.
Don't keep taking the beating. So.
Or, use your words and try to explain to them what's going on, but he's not that kind of
He's
person.
just standing there.
But when someone did try to attack Tsubaki, he was like, no.
Yes.
So, like, don't touch my weapon, basically.
So before we get to that, though, the shadow puppet fighting, which was really, I thought, just such a unique way to fight, and that thing was also creepy. They do their soul resonance, and they get the shield, and they had tried to do Speed Star, but didn't. I was all, no, they couldn't do that one. So, he's jumping around and everything. Tsubaki says, all right, peace out, hold on, I'm going into the sword. And that is a really creepy little world, that's for sure.
Yeah.
The moon's different. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like black and cracked. And we learn it's her sibling. The sword is her brother.
Something told me that. As soon as we saw his eyes, I was like, okay, here we go.
Good to catch on there. And then it blends right into episode 11, Tsubaki and the Camellia Blossom, What Lies Beneath the Grief, which is very dramatic. So, yes, we said the Black Star taking the beating, but Lord Death says, like, wow, look at his focus that he's able to ignore them. So maybe it's some kind of ninja skill assassin thing that he can block out that pain and not really be as injured. But I think I would almost should have grabbed him and protect his own head, too. But
I know. I was like, I felt his pain.
Yeah.
I don't have a favorite character just yet, but I think I'm taking a liking to Black Star because I don't know if it was Stein or if it was Lord Death who said, that he's so optimistic that it's like he's kind of affirming himself and manifesting what he wants. Yeah, Stein said that. Okay, so maybe that's like the next episode. But I just think like as far as Black Star's character, he's growing to be more likable. So
agreed. It's this episode is the one where I had the feels and which. We'll get to that in a second. So, everybody's watching and waiting, and this is also when Stein points out that Tsubaki inherited all of the abilities for all the weapons, which we notice of like, oh, wait, she can change in different things because Soul is just the Reaper, Scythe, thank you. And then, but the brother only got one, so he's jealous.
Because he was supposed to.
Eldest.
Yeah. But Tsubaki
he's a jerk. Yeah.
I didn't feel like I lost anything by this episode in Tsubaki going to kind of take down her brother, but I was curious for a hot second of like, was there ever a point in their backstory where she tried to like help him instead of just kill him because of what he had become?
It seems so drastic too. Yeah. Like she has to kill him.
Gone that far.
He was
too far.
Because he was sick of being babied by Tsubaki and everyone for not having the skills that Tsubaki had, and he was that was his way of becoming a Kishin. Like that was sent him to the dark side. It was funny. It's funny because she was mothering him. She really wanted to be there for him, but that
Backfired.
made him. Yeah, exactly. So it's just so funny. Like, what was she supposed to do?
Yeah.
So because he's on his way to becoming a Kishin, she had to take him out. This was the only way in order to defeat him from becoming that Kishin. Her brother being a Kishin, she did not want that to happen.
Yeah.
Well,
sad.
It's sad, but in a way, it seemed like it set him free, though, at the end, which was him disappearing and her essentially absorbing him and his powers. Yeah. I did really like the Tsubaki and Black Star memory of how they met each other. And they have the little name tags. I'm a weapon.
I'm a meister.
Hi, I want to be friends. Like that
was so sweet. I thought that was so sweet.
Oh no, it's super cute. She's the only one who clapped.
She's the only one that can stand him, and she was the only one that wanted to listen to him, and he noticed her, and he was like, oh wow, this person's actually wants to hear what I have to say. No one ever wants to hear me talk. And so that's why, and I think that's also, she kind of sees maybe her brother in him a little bit. I don't know.
It's interesting how opposite they are, but at the same time similar, if that makes
Compliment.
sense. Yeah.
She has resilience for sure. You can see that.
So their memory was great. Okay, so this is a moment that broke me when he was telling her encore, and he's like, come back, and I was like, ah! And then it was the moment after when she comes out, she's okay, and he's like, come here for a hug, and he doesn't actually hug her, he just stands and like pats her on the head, and she hugs him, because he goes, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Gives her a look. No, you're not. You're not really saying what you mean.
She just killed her brother.
Yeah, no, but she wasn't expressing herself like you're saying. She was just so quiet. So it was so nice to see her finally break and be emotional. And that's when I was here for it.
Yeah,
I was
and
here for the feels.
You saw a completely different side to her when she said, "You're wrong, you're wrong, you're
Oh,
wrong," and she
love
just
that.
rushed towards her brother in that final showdown, and her being so pure, but still being able to absorb his evil soul. You know, and be able to one day hopefully become like be able to become the Masamune, so Blackstar can wield her.
Yes, which it's a little too much for him, and he can't handle it right now, which is very funny. But yeah, this is finally, we get the Blackstar kind of backstory we wanted. We gave him some depth. I mean, Tsubaki was interesting enough, but this gave her more that like context for why she's so quiet, essentially, and accommodating. Like, she's one of those people that's just too nice. It's like, girl, you need to do more for you.
Yeah, it made her like slightly more likable, because the last few episodes, I didn't know if I liked her, because I was like, you're too like timid, you're too shy, like it's like you're like a log, like a pushover. But she definitely, again, like showed resilience, and it's like, okay, she can handle Blackstar, and Blackstar can handle her. So.
Yeah. Then we get in episode 12, Courage That Beats Out Fear, Maka Allborn's Great Resolution. We get our witches mass, which was fun, because then we meet all these other witches. Yeah. And the little one was there, and she brought her human.
Angela.
Yeah, that was super cute. We see Krona and Medusa, and we meet Eruka, which is funny, because I was writing it like Erica.
It's Erica.
But it's Erica in the dub.
Oh. Okay.
But they said it differently. Like, some people are like Erica, then it's like Erica, and I'm like, okay, which is it?
Well, it's written E-R-U-K-A, which for writing your Romaji, it would be E as its own letter, R-U is a letter, and then K-A is a letter. So,
Aruka. So I feel like it is Aruka. Yeah, I think some people said Aruka.
So that's how it is in the Japanese one, but English probably easier
Erica.
way to say it would be Erica. So she is kind of like a frog, and we meet the one who's kind of like a mouse, and then we have the one like a snake. But the little girl didn't seem to be an animal.
Like every witch has like an animal counterpart, and I feel like her hat is like I think it's a lizard, some kind of like chameleon. I think. But every witch tends to have like an animal counterpart.
Which is interesting, because it's not like an outside their body familiar. It's more that they can turn into it instead of having, another object outside of their body. But that was cool. I'm curious to see what other animals we'll see. And are they bigger ones too? Because right now, snake, mouse, and frog are all very small. Like, is there a wolf witch? And no comments or spoilers. No spoilers. And I know you get very enthusiastic and want to share the information, but please don't get ahead, because we are watching this as is. We are not getting ahead of it. So I know in the last video, some people are like, well, this is what it is.
Yeah.
We're not there yet, which I appreciate your enthusiasm and sharing, but we're not there yet. And it wasn't too bad of a spoiler thing, but still like, but we're not there yet. We get Soul with the nurse, and he talks about his new dream, his little devil demon dream thing. Which, what did you think of that? Did you think it was actually something happening, just a dream, or what?
Oh.
It was hard to tell, because then I was like, is this something that Medusa has something to do with? Because wasn't she nearby when he had this second dream? Or she had just started talking to him. I can't really remember on that part, but I felt like maybe she had something to do with this dream because of the black blood.
Ollie is just smiling like, I know what's happening here.
What do you think it is, Veronica? I can't say what I think it is.
I think you can say exactly what it is.
Give us a hint. Give us a hint.
I mean, the black blood got into him, so that's clearly affecting him, and it could be... It's bad. It's bad, y'all. Like, what's happening.
I don't think it's a good thing.
No.
And I don't know if it's a literal, actual something, or more a representation of what's going on in his head, and essentially giving into it is not necessarily an entity, but just the feeling of what this stuff is doing to him. So this is just like a physical manifestation of the whatever's affecting him. But I feel it could go either way. Do you have thoughts on? Y'all know. We're going to find out. Then we get Blackstar, Maka, and Stein, and they have the jar and water. It's just a jar. No, it's the water. I want a jar like that too. No, it's the water that's important.
Right.
Because it is soul-sucking water, which is so random.
It was such a random title, soul-sucking water.
Yeah.
I was like, this is
Couldn't
really
come up with
title?
anything fancier.
Yeah.
Just like, no, straight to the point.
Right.
Though I did love Blackstar putting his hands in there, and the representation of him like sucked
and turns
up.
all
And
white.
like, wait.
Dying, essentially. And so it's a way for him to train to handle Tsubaki in the sword form, which is cool. And again, constantly told, just do your finger. full hand.
Right.
Because he's that person. He's like, I'm going to train that much harder.
He's just so cocky.
Yes. It's one of those balance, you know. I like where he's going, and that positive outlook is great, but he needs to needs the optimism with a little bit of realism.
Yeah.
Not pessimism, but a little realism of start slower, kid. Come on. You don't want to totally destroy yourself. And then Maka is lacking something and needs her own way to train, which was interesting of her finding that. I like their quick little moment of their party, and we get our fallen Tal and a literal sex kitten. Take her with you. Is it always like this? Yes, take her with you.
Nosebleeds.
Nosebleeds for days, right?
But it was so cute when she was on Maka's shoulder as a cat.
Yes!
That was so
She
adorable.
can stay in cat form.
Yeah.
Just stay like that.
I'd love it.
She's super cute of like, hey, and then, oh, whoops, my towel falls. But she just loves messing with them so much. But I think that's like a cat. I'm going to knock a cup over to mess with you.
Yeah, totally.
Like a cat.
We have a lot of people on the show who need attention. They all like did not get it the way they wanted it. Yep. We get Mizune, who's the mouse, who, after they had their confrontation with Medusa, we learned that hand thing. Oh, that was actually rather erotic, sexual, too, of, like, the hands in the mouth. And when she pulls out, it's all, like, dripping and stuff. I know. Okay.
I didn't. I thought it was gross, not erotic. I was like, ugh.
Well, I would say it's more in, like, hentai-y stuff where it's, like, that liquid kind of drip is more... Anyway. Anywho. But we learned that she had put snakes in them and, like, 1,000 plus. And how she exploded was so gross.
I know.
And cool. Like,
Medusa's just so evil. Like, I hate her, but I also think she's such a great evil character. Like,
she's a formidable villain.
Sinister.
She's a really good... It's like she's a really good villain you want to see taken down, for sure, absolutely, with everything that she does. And she does even more. You'll find out she's just a horrible person. She's a horrible person, you'll find out.
I was going to say, it's odd to say I like how evil she is, even amongst all the witches, who are also supposed to be evil.
Well, it's supposed to be.
At least in the context of the show, they are supposed to.
But also, I like Erica, but she needs to shut up once in a while. Like, she's telling Medusa everything she's going to do to her. We're going to kill you. We came here to kill you. I'm like, Erica,
and this is how we're going to do it.
Stop.
But she just kept saying everything. And I'm like, girl, calm down.
Shut up.
Shut that big mouth. Yeah, she has a big frog mouth. That's actually a character I'd seen cosplayed a lot before.
She's a very popular
And I didn't know who it was, but I was like, yes, I know that character. Had you noticed it?
Medusa or
Erica. I'd seen Erica a lot at Anime Expo, like that. But it also stands out because it's so weird. Cause just the polka dots and the dots on the face, it stood out. Of that's interesting. And now
even Medusa was just like, "Girl, you're not incognito."
Yeah,
right.
That was very entertaining. And then we get.
I have a question. So. Then I can ask how you, Carrie, and Jamie think about this, and Ollie, if you have like the actual answer. So if what is it called? She has like the cloaking thing on her. What was it called exactly again? Do you
Soul
guys remember?
protection.
Soul protection.
Yeah.
If she were to release that, does that mean she can't like put it back on or something? Because they made it seem like a big deal. Like, oh, once you release it, you're done for. Blah blah blah.
It sounds like it's sonar, and then they would probably. It would resonate out. Ooh, I was like, hit you. Resonate outward. And the way I understood it was maybe when it's down, they would recognize that's her and could attach it. Yeah. And be like, oh, you're a witch. And then her undercoverness would be done for.
Yeah, that's what I figured too. But they also, I don't know, something about the way that they phrased it just made it sound like, oh, you wouldn't be able to do it again. I guess maybe just like,
like it's a one-time thing?
Yeah. I could have also just really misinterpreted that.
I really don't know, honestly. Like, it was really weird because right when Maka was able to track those two down after Mizune was killed. So, it's something that I don't really understand either. It's an anime thing, but...
Yeah.
I would say it shows up on a map in a way. Some kind of map, either in their head or literally, and they would know that's her. Because then they're like, you can't hide anymore. Then they show up, Maka... Oh, and then Maka needs to face her fear... And where's it? Stein? No. Stein. I like that Stein suggests that he knows Medusa is not Medusa and it was a witch.
You could tell she was like bitter, like, how are you figuring this out? But you're also like not figuring it out.
Yeah. All the side eyes that she was giving him. But also I wanted beforehand that Stein and Death Scythe that they would sense that she was there. Like I know they couldn't sense her because she has the soul protection and she she doesn't you can't tell, but it's just, I was like, for you to be Death Scythe and for you to be Stein, like, how do you not sense this when she's so close to you?
Do you think Stein actually knows? Like, when he was saying that, does he actually?
Maybe he'll want to do, like, an experiment on her one day. Like,
they should do experiments together. They both want to.
Yeah.
They should experiment together? What?
Do experiments together. They're both scientists and want to experiment on things.
I feel like Stein has a suspicion because Medusa kind of showed up out of nowhere. And he mentioned this. He's like, it would be terrible if they got a hold of our only nurse. And I'm like, who did you have before?
So there's something going on. And then Aruka realizes that she is stuck doing her bidding because now she has to go get prisoner 13, who has the witch's eye, and we know nothing about it. And we get to see some of these prisoners in the city, which was interesting, of just these little glimpses. Episode 13, last episode of the season. The Man with the Magic Eye, Soul and Maka's Diverging Soul Wavelength. This was a little frustrating of episode 2. Of like, kids, stop it. Which I was like, Tsubaki. Stop it. Just stop. Whatever you're doing now, stop. We get the frog prison break, which was entertaining. And they get surrounded right away. And I like that the prisoner goes, quiet, there's somebody there. She's like, yes, that's what I was trying to tell you. I like that they call him Magic Eye Man. Like Magic Eye Man. Or just Magic Eye. Prisoner 13, he's been there for 200-something years and almost has our same eye idea from Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah.
A little bit was giving me those vibes. Side note that happens at the same time, we learn that Maka and Soul kind of go for their training. This was our truth talk time. It did not go that well because everybody was talking at each other and nobody was listening. Which I get when she's upset, but it's, girl, you need to listen to him say it and then respond. Don't just smack him over the head with a book, which I like that he points it out of, you should stop doing that. Yeah. What do we think of this truth session?
Maka chop, like, hello.
Do you guys like the truth session?
I mean, it clearly was necessary, but yeah, they gotta just do better.
Would you want a truth session? Do you ever have it where you're like, we need to just sit down and say everything?
I'll keep it brief. I have to let everything out. I actually just did this yesterday. But yeah, like, it's just so necessary. So anime, real life,
I think it was necessary for them, especially because I feel like at this point Maka still feels so guilty for what happened to Soul. And I was going to make this point a little bit later when they got into their actual fight, but I feel like Maka is trying to overcompensate and trying to, like, do more things by herself because she's like, oh, Soul can't be, like, the only one kind of putting his life at risk. Like, I have to step up and try and fight by myself as well. But it's like, Maka, no, that's not the point.
It's not how it works.
I think they're both missing something, though. Like how they were, Sam was saying that she's missing something. I think part of it could be her vulnerability with her dad and not having that connection. And we don't know a lot about her mom just yet as far as seeing her. But I think part of that is what affects her and her fighting style and her skills. So
and also goes to show that they have a lot more work to work on together. And like even Soul's kind of holding back from Maka as well with his condition of having the black blood and like just the dreams that he's having, the dreams, quote unquote.
And they're both guilt tripping each other too.
Yeah. Like, bad connection, but similar idea. And speaking of connection, they need to be open with each other because essentially it's like a disease because he has it and he gave it to her essentially. So communication is key.
Yes.
And they needed that to hash out everything they're thinking because also if they're really trying to become one in their like soul merging, you can't hold anything back of all those things you've been meaning to say because then that just builds up and it's a problem. Our Magic Eye Man gets a new name. I want to be called Free since I'm free. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, it's okay. Sure. Erica brings him and learns only gets one snake taken out per errand. Damn.
That's so sad. I feel so bad for Erica.
I feel bad.
That's why Medusa.
That's why
I thought it was going to be a lie, though. Evil. In the end, she'd be like, just kidding, there weren't any in there. Or something like that. But she seems evil enough that she's
evil. She's totally evil.
Yes. We go to London. Another random trip. Okay, kids. Sure. But no people around, conveniently. And we get to see his true form, which is a wolf man with a really weird snout thing going on. But I did like the wolf form. That was pretty cool. Also, giant tail shield. Okay.
He was like, woof, woof, woof.
It was like Wolfie Wolf was part of his chant for magic. But that was like hers. She had a weird one, too. Like, all their witch spells are odd. Like, I don't know. It's one of those that's just so basic. Maybe that sounds weird. Like it's not some weird. It's not in Latin or something else. But anyway, Shadowstar tries to do his special thing, and no, he's not ready, and just falls over. And yes, Maka is trying to do more and gets burned by Soul, which I was thinking, oh, this is not good. This is dangerous.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna push through
crazy,
it.
Yeah.
Nope. I did like a line though by our Mr. Free, points out that rules that were made up by death and about what is evil, which philosophically is kind of interesting, and we've talked about that on some other shows too, of what constitutes right or wrong, which with the alchemists too.
Yeah, because it's kind of like that old saying of just because it's a law, does that make it right? There's been so many things. Yeah, there's so many laws that we've had in the past that should not have been laws in the first place.
Yep. Which that's what Soul is proposed to by that demon in his mind. Or really there. We don't know yet. No spoilers, please. And like break some rules. It'll make you more powerful. And he decides, yes, I'm going to do that because then they... Yeah, so, Maka and Soul, so she is a bit intense at the end there and ready to die almost when jumps up. I'm glad that Soul catches her. But then,
that's kind of what I meant, is that I feel in that moment she's like, I need to be the one to step up. I can't just be Soul, but look at what could have happened if Soul hadn't stepped in. It's like you need to work as a team. You can't just think, oh, I'm weak because Soul will risk his life for me.
Well, it's Meister and Weapon. It's... together. Yeah. You work well together.
She just wasn't thinking at all though. No. Like when she jumped over, I was like, you literally were not thinking at all. So
yeah. Which it looked like he had his downfall anyway.
The girl needs guidance. Yes. She needs her dad.
She does. And she coughs up the black blood because they had their combo thing, so I'm curious how this will go. And then finally, we'll get into prediction of...
Well, I was going to say, too, it's only a realization to Maka, right? Because they didn't... Stein and
Nobody else
Spirit didn't disclose to Soul that he did have black blood still in his system. Correct. So only Maka knows that, there's something wrong with me.
And he's not telling her anything either. Again, communication. And team, they have to say stuff. And yes, Soul goes yes with the demon to get more powers because he feels not strong enough. So we're going to hold on to our predictions for what's going to be next season because I'm like, haha, new season. So our special segment. So our word of the day is the word for flower, and it's hana.
Hana.
So it's Hana for your Romaji writing. Flower, hana.
Hana.
Which is a cute little word. I thought we which worked for our episode. So also real quick, we're going to do an unboxing by Loot Anime.
Love these.
So this one, I'm going to grab it right here. Just got it. And I was like, perfect. This is for the December box. And the theme is search. So why don't you grab something?
Search.
All right. Well, this Mob Psycho 100. That's what I was trying to say is...
Yeah, that one's a little interesting to pull up there.
Okay. There we go.
As you grab that,
I feel like I've seen that, like the cover for Mob Psycho before.
There we are.
I've never seen the show.
Oh my gosh.
They don't want you to open it.
You got it.
I got it. Okay, it's a cup. Ooh. All that work for a cup.
Oh, I like this.
Ooh. It's got a very nice... Very nice mug.
That's pretty.
So
very nice.
Theme for December, which I'm pretty sure you can still sign up and get it, is search. The search is on. From brave paladins to fantastical hunters, catch anime and manga characters on the pursuit in this month's Loot Anime Crate. So yes, we got our Mob Psycho 100 mug.
Veronica saw something.
I saw.
Yes, I know you're going to be excited about something.
She knows what I am excited about.
And I like their poster. Here, check out this. So this has their caricature. And she's kind of hiding, which we had her on the mug last time. So their mascot. There we go. So why don't you grab something, Jamie?
Right. I already see this one. Before it's like, should I take this one or this one? I don't know.
The green one, because you've talked about this.
All right, cool. So it's green. It is... This is, it's Hunter. I thought it was Deku for a second.
Me too.
But that's why I got excited. But it's actually the main character from Hunter x Hunter, and his name is slipping my mind, which is a bummer. But it's a great show. Gone. Yeah, that's it.
Yes.
That's it. So this is another great shonen show, guys.
So this is an exclusive. Actually, all of the shirts and another item are all exclusives. So that's another one that I know some fans of this show.
What size is that?
The Hunter x Hunter one?
Yeah, I'm claiming
You
it.
can come check it out.
Extra
after.
small.
Well, there's sizes, so these
Oh,
are.
it actually really is an extra small. I was
Yeah.
lying if it's true.
But you can check it out later, Tony.
Ooh.
So hang that one up. I thought
This
that
one's
one looked
really
pretty.
cool. It's a Voltron
Yes,
shirt.
it is.
Oh, cool.
That's
I know-
the new Voltron
Yeah.
show, Legendary Defenders.
Lots of AfterBuzzers love our
Yes.
Voltron after
Yeah.
show.
I think that one's so pretty. I like all the different lion colors going on there.
Cute.
All right, and then I'll let you grab that one last because I know you'd be very excited.
I'm
So this
so
one, I'm not going to take it out of there. This is a special exclusive Death Note bandana. So this has Ryuk on it. And it's all his face coming up in there. So that one's really nice. And then since I knew you were looking at it, you can grab it and talk about that one real quick.
It is.
Yes.
So, what? Tokyo Ghoul?
It is a Tokyo Ghoul lanyard.
That's awesome.
She's like, yes!
I love Tokyo Ghoul. So this is very cool. I love it. Oh, and then they have like the little keychain and it's his mask.
That's awesome.
Kind of key.
So that one's a good one.
Kind of cute.
And then
Kinda
also inside the box, they had a word search, which I don't know if you can see in there, but you get a little word search.
I love it.
Which is
cool.
fun. Because then it's, you know, something else exciting for the box. And also in here, which was pretty neat, and I was like, oh, that's new, there was a coupon for HelloFresh.
Oh my god.
nice.
$60
So
gift card?
That's probably the highest I've
$20
seen.
off your first 3 deliveries plus free shipping. So
What?
you don't just get anime, they want you to be fed too. So
Eat
check
while
that
you're
out.
eating
That is
anime.
the yes. So that's the Loot Anime December box. So I'm pretty sure you have a little bit of time to still sign up for that. But this is the kind of stuff that you get. And if you go and put in the code ABTV Anime, you get 10% off. So hey, we all
That's
like a little
awesome.
discount, so check
Yeah,
that out. All right, let's do some quick. I'm gonna fold this real quick, and then we'll do our predictions. So
Your
predictions. There we are.
AfterBuzz TV
Wahaha.
predictions.
All right, predictions. Do we think Maka's gonna talk to Soul about the blood, and if she does, how soon? The black blood that she
I
popped up.
have hope that she will talk to him about the blood. I don't think it'll be anytime soon. I think she is still struggling with like her emotions of I need to be strong, and she doesn't quite understand how to balance that with Soul yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. But I don't think that she's going to tell anybody at all. I think they're just going to find out maybe in battle or just she's randomly coughing and you're like, that looks black. I've never
Look
seen
at
that
Ellie's
before.
face. Sorry, he's all smiling.
And I feel
Yeah.
like her Maka and Soul are gonna either butt heads and somehow have to like fight each other. I don't know if that's even possible. And then yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that.
There's gonna be more characters, more development, more fights. There
Yay!
you go.
I hope that I really want Soul and Maka to talk about it sooner than later because I do feel they're those kind of people that they're going to say it sooner than later, or it's going to come out and they're going to say it and be like, oh my gosh, why didn't you say something sooner? I wonder if there's going to be more crossover of people using different weapons because there was that moment where Tsubaki said, hey, you can use me right now, and then she turned her down, was like, no. So I wonder if there's going to be any of that happening anymore, which we learned with Soul, Black Star that didn't work with Soul, so... But apparently, two girls, since they're more level-headed, they're like, sure, we can work together better. And I want them to be able to use this black blood to their advantage. They might not be able to, but I think that'd be cool if they could. So leave your predictions. Well, actually, don't leave predictions because then other people are going to comment on it. But those are our predictions. We don't know yet. Yes, it's fun if you already know what's going to happen, but please don't say anything. All right, that wraps us up. So we are going on holiday hiatus after this episode, and we'll be back in January on another day and time. So stay tuned to the ABTV Anime, and also make sure you subscribe to this channel, which is the animation channel. So then that way you'll be updated when we change that, because then we'll let you know when we know, because we don't know just yet. So yes, and again, ABTV Anime on Twitter, and then we'll let you know all of our handles so you can follow us over the holidays. Yes, so Ollie.
Hi, my name is Ollie Jenna. You can find me on all social media platforms at Ollie Dreamer.
Hey guys, Jamie Gray. You can find me on Twitter at It's Jamie Gray or on Instagram at Jamie Gray.
Hey everyone, Veronica Valencia. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at It's Me Veronica_V.
And Tony.
He's
He's like, what? Huh? It's okay. And my name is Carrie Lane. You can find me online at Carrie D Lane. That's KARIDLANE. Make sure to follow us to be up to date over the holidays. And then again, thanks to anime. for this box, and go check them out and just do the, you can enter the code ABTV Anime, or if you do it like lootanime.com. ABTV Anime. You'll find it, and we'll provide a link down below as well. And we wish you all a amazing holiday season. Have fun, be safe, and message us because we're going to miss you all. But we will be back in January. So we'll see you all real soon. Sayonara.
Bye.
You fool.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
Views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.